Hey guys, Stephen Cox here, and today we're going to learn how to play Greensleeves on the U-bass. So if you like videos like these, please subscribe below for more and become a patron to get the tabs. And there will be a tab play along at the end of this video. Alright guys, let's jump into it. So we're going to be using a finger picking technique where we use our thumb to pluck the strings, our pointer finger, and our middle finger so we can assign them to different strings as we play. So here's the first phrase. So first we're going to pluck the 7th fret on the D string. Then we're going to play the 5th fret on the G string and the open A string together. I like to pluck those with my thumb on the A string and my middle finger getting the G string. Then we're going to play the open A string by itself. Then we're going to play the 7th fret on the G string. Then we're going to play the 9th fret on the G string with the open A string. Then we're going to play the open A string by itself. And then we're going to play the 10th fret on the G string and the 9th fret on the G string. So let's do that together. This song's in 6/8, so we're going to come in on beat 6 of the first measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's the second measure. So first we're going to have this big stretch from the 3rd fret on the E string to the 7th fret on the G string. We're going to play those at the same time, our thumb on the E string and our middle finger on the G string. Then we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E string by itself. Then we're going to play the 4th fret on the G string. And now we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E string with the 5th fret on the D string together. And here I'm using my thumb and my pointer finger to get the D string. Then we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E string by itself, the 7th fret on the D string, and then the 4th fret on the G string. And those are all individual. Okay, so let's play that measure together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're going to play the 1st fret on the E string and the 5th fret on the G string, and this measure is going to sound like this. So this is going to be the 1st fret on the E string and the 5th fret on the G string together. Then we're going to play the 1st fret on the E string by itself, the 2nd fret on the G string by itself. Then we're going to play those two together, the 1st fret on the E string with the 2nd fret on the G string. Then we're going to play the 1st fret on the E string again. And then we're going to play the 1st fret on the G string and the 2nd fret on the G string. So let's play that one together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here's the next measure. So this is going to be the 4th fret on the G string with the open E string, then the open E string by itself, then the 1st fret on the G string. Now we're going to do the open E string with the 2nd fret on the D string, then the open E string, and then we're going to play the 7th fret on the D string. So let's play that together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now let's recap and play from the beginning to the end of measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that last note at the end of measure 5 is the pickup for measure 6. Measure 6 is exactly like measure 2, so we won't cover that one. Measure 7 is the exact same as measure 3. And then that brings us to measure 8, which sounds like this. So here we're going to stretch from the 1st fret on the E string to the 5th fret on the G string. Play both those at the same time. Then we're going to play the 1st fret on the E string by itself. Then we're going to play the 4th fret on the G string by itself. The 2nd fret on the G string. Then we're going to play the open E string with the 1st fret on the G string together. Then we're going to play the open E string. Then the 4th fret on the D string. Then the 1st fret on the G string. So let's play that together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's measure 9. 4, 5, 6. So here we're just playing the open A string with our thumb with the 2nd fret on the G string. Then we're going to play the 2nd fret on the D string by itself, the 3rd fret on the A string by itself, and the open A string. So let's do that together. 4, 5, 6. So now let's play measures 6 through 9 so that we're getting that beginning first few measures along with the stuff we just went over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after this, we've covered almost everything in the song. There's just 1 or 2 measures that are different, and then the rest is pretty much exactly the same. So one of the measures that's different is measure 10. It's going to sound like this. So here we're doing a stretch from the 8th fret of the E string to the 12th fret of the G string. And we're going to play those two together. And then we're going to play the 8th fret on the E string by itself. Then the 12th fret on the G string by itself. Then we're going to play both of those together again. The 8th fret on the E string and the 12th fret on the G string. Then we're going to play the 8th fret on the E string by itself. Now we're going to play the 10th fret on the G string and the 9th fret on the G string. So let's do that together. 4, 5, 6. And then we're on to measure 11. Measure 11 is exactly like measure 3. Measure 12 is exactly like measure 4. And then measure 13 is just slightly different. So here's measure 13. So this is the open E string with the 4th fret on the G string, the open E string by itself, the 1st fret on the G string by itself, and the open E string with the 2nd fret on the D string. Let's play measure 13 together. 4, 5, 6. And that brings us to measure 14, which is exactly like measure 10. Then we've got measure 15, that's exactly like measure 11. And then we've got a slight difference with measure 16 and measure 17. So here's measure 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be the 1st fret on the E string with the 5th fret on the G string together. Then the 4th fret on the G string by itself. The 2nd fret on the G string by itself. Then the open E string with the 1st fret on the G string together. Then we're going to play the 4th fret on the D string and the 1st fret on the G string. And the rhythm's just slightly different as well. So let's play that together. 4, 5, 6. And then now we're at the last measure. This is measure 17, and it's pretty easy. We've played it before. Here's what it's going to sound like. So this is the open A string with the 2nd fret on the G string together. Then the 2nd fret on the D string by itself. The 3rd fret on the A string by itself. And last but not least, the open A string. So let's play from measure 10 all the way through that ending together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright guys, now stay tuned for the play along. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed learning Greensleeves. Once again, if you'd like the printable tabs, they're available on Patreon. Please subscribe for more. And also, I have an Instagram account that's at Stephen Cox Music. And basically what I'm doing there is I'm posting for all of December a short little video like this on there every day of the month. So it doesn't include a lesson, it's just the performance video. But if you'd like to check that out, that's it. Stephen Cox Music on Instagram. Alright guys, I will see you guys next Tuesday or on Instagram every single day of this month, and I hope you have a great day.